Right now, the warm, clean-smelling fabric resting against your collarbone is launching billions of microscopic, fat-soluble vapor keys straight through your skin's lipid barrier without you ever taking a breath. These engineered scent molecules bypass your liver's primary filtration system entirely, entering your capillary beds to hitch a ride on your red blood cells. It means your favorite laundry detergent is literally whispering directly to your cellular DNA before you even leave your bedroom. Today, we are tracing the exact biological pathways of dermal absorption and cellular messaging that govern how these persistent synthetic aromatics influence your immune cells and cellular communication networks. To understand how a scent on a shirt can change the behavior of a cell deep inside your body, we have to look at the skin not as a simple wrapper, but as a highly sophisticated, active biological gateway. Think of your skin's outermost layer, the stratum corneum, as a beautifully constructed brick wall. The bricks themselves are flat, dead cells packed with tough keratin proteins, while the mortar holding them together is a rich, complex mixture of lipids, ceramides, cholesterol, and free fatty acids. This lipid mortar is your body's primary shield, specifically designed to keep water inside and keep the external world out. But there is a catch. Because this mortar is made entirely of fats, it is highly permeable to other fat-loving substances. In the world of chemistry, we call these lipophilic compounds. Synthetic fragrance molecules are masters of disguise because they are intensely lipophilic. They do not bounce off your skin. Instead, they dissolve right into the fatty mortar, sliding between the bricks like grease on a hot skillet. A landmark study, led by Dr. Gerhard Buchbauer in 1991, demonstrated this process with striking clarity. Researchers applied individual fragrance compounds directly to the skin of human subjects and monitored their blood levels. Within just 5 minutes, these molecules had successfully navigated the lipid mortar, slipped past the living epidermal layers, penetrated the capillary walls in the dermis, and were actively circulating in the bloodstream. The concentration of these compounds peaked in the blood after only 20 minutes. Have you ever wondered why that fresh linen scent stays on your sheets for weeks, even after they have been locked in a dark closet? It is not because the scent is naturally incredibly strong. It is because of a process called microencapsulation. Modern laundry manufacturers use microscopic plastic bubbles, often made of urea formaldehyde or melamine formaldehyde resins, to trap the volatile fragrance oils. These tiny plastic spheres are designed to cling to the fibers of your clothes during the rinse cycle. They are hydrophobic, meaning they hate water, so they prefer to stick to your clothes rather than wash away down the drain. Once your clothes dry, these microcapsules act like microscopic time-release landmines. Every time you move, stretch, or rub against your clothes, the friction ruptures thousands of these tiny plastic shells, releasing a fresh puff of synthetic fragrance chemicals directly against your skin, hour after hour, day after day. Your skin is constantly bathed in a microscopic cloud of synthetic compounds, absorbing them continuously through a slow, silent drip. Once these molecules slide past the fatty mortar of your stratum corneum, they enter the living layers of your epidermis. Here, they encounter your immune system's first responders, the Langerhans cells. These cells look like tiny octopuses, stretching their long arms between your skin cells, constantly tasting and testing the environment for foreign invaders. When a synthetic fragrance molecule, such as oxidized linalool or limonene, binds to the receptors on a Langerhans cell, it does not just sit there. It triggers a profound conformational shift inside the cell. The Langerhans cell perceives this foreign molecule as an invading pathogen. It immediately swallows the molecule, processes it, and begins migrating down into the deeper layers of the dermis, heading straight toward your lymphatic system to present this chemical signature to your T cells. This initiates a low-grade, systemic inflammatory response. Your immune system starts releasing tiny signaling proteins called cytokines, specifically interleukin-1 beta and tumor necrosis factor alpha. These cytokines are chemical alarms that tell your blood vessels to dilate and allow immune cells to flood into the tissue. Your clean laundry isn't actually clean, it is chemically saturated. We have been conditioned to associate these heavy, synthetic perfumes with absolute hygiene, but biologically, your cells experience them as a persistent, low-level chemical intrusion. To make matters more complex, many of these fragrance mixtures contain synthetic musks, such as galaxolide and tonalide, which are used as fixatives to make the scent stick to your clothes for as long as possible. In a pivotal study published by Dr. Karuntachalam Kannan in 2005, researchers analyzed human tissues and discovered that these synthetic musks do not simply pass through our bodies. Because they are extremely lipophilic and highly resistant to biological degradation, they accumulate over time in our adipose tissue, which is our body fat, and have even been found in human breast milk. This brings us to a remarkable realization about our cellular communication. Inside your body, your cells talk to one another using a highly delicate system of hormones and chemical messengers. This is your endocrine system. Your hormones are like highly specific keys, and your cells have corresponding locks called receptors. When a hormone key fits into a cellular lock, it turns on specific genetic instructions, telling the cell to grow, divide, or produce specific proteins. But synthetic musks and phthalates, which are commonly used in laundry scents to carry the fragrance, act as endocrine disruptors. Biologically, they are counterfeit keys. They are shaped just enough like your natural hormones, specifically estrogen, that they can slide into the cellular receptors on your cells. But instead of unlocking the door smoothly, they jam the lock, or worse, they turn it and send completely chaotic, unregulated signals to the cell's nucleus. Imagine a telephone line where static is constantly playing in the background. Eventually, you cannot hear the person on the other end clearly. That is what happens to your cells when they are constantly exposed to these endocrine-disrupting fragrance molecules. Your natural hormonal signals get drowned out by the constant, low-grade static of synthetic chemicals entering your system from your collar, your sleeves, and your bed sheets. Your liver, which is the master detoxification organ of your body, has to work overtime to process these compounds. When these molecules eventually enter your systemic circulation and pass through the liver, your hepatocytes, or liver cells, must utilize precious resources to neutralize them. They use a specialized family of enzymes called the cytochrome P450 system to convert these fat-soluble toxins into water-soluble molecules so your kidneys can finally flush them out. This process requires a tremendous amount of cellular energy, utilizing vital antioxidants like glutathione. When your liver is constantly forced to detoxify synthetic fragrance molecules from your laundry, your bed sheets, your soaps, and your air fresheners, it has fewer antioxidant resources left to handle the metabolic waste and environmental toxins that you actually cannot avoid. But the beauty of understanding this cellular biology is that it gives you complete power to change the environment your cells live in. You do not have to be a passive bystander to this chemical exposure. By making highly conscious, biologically backed choices, you can dramatically reduce the burden on your skin barrier and your detoxification pathways starting today. Your first practical step is to initiate what we can call the hot water reset. The synthetic waxes and microcapsules from fabric softeners and scented detergents build up in the fibers of your clothes over time, creating a persistent chemical reservoir that does not disappear in a single standard wash. To strip this buildup, wash your entire wardrobe and bedding in the hottest water the fabric can tolerate, adding 1 cup of distilled white vinegar to the rinse cycle. The acetic acid in the vinegar gently breaks down the synthetic lipid-based waxes and plastic microcapsules clinging to the fabric fibers, liberating them from the weave without damaging the material. Expected biological response. Within days of wearing clothes stripped of this chemical residue, your skin's sebum production will begin to normalize, localized cytokine signaling will decrease, and your Langerhans cells can return to their natural, calm state of surveillance. Your second step is to completely transition to truly fragrance-free, plant-derived laundry alternatives. Look for detergents that use simple, fully saponified oils, sodium carbonate, and sodium bicarbonate. Avoid products that simply say unscented, as these often contain masking fragrances, which are additional chemicals designed to cover up the smell of other ingredients. You want products explicitly labeled fragrance-free. Expected biological response. By removing these lipophilic compounds from your daily wear, you immediately cut off the dermal absorption pathway. This frees up your liver's cytochrome P450 enzyme system, allowing your hepatocytes to redirect precious glutathione toward clearing endogenous metabolic waste, resulting in optimized systemic metabolic efficiency and reduced cellular oxidative stress. Your third step is to utilize the power of sun curing and ventilation for your fabrics. Whenever possible, hang your freshly washed, fragrance-free laundry outside in natural sunlight and open air. Sunlight emits ultraviolet radiation, which acts as a natural catalyst for photodegradation. The ultraviolet photons carry enough energy to break the chemical bonds of residual volatile organic compounds that may have migrated onto your clothes from the environment, shattering them into harmless, simple elements. Furthermore, the natural movement of outdoor air creates a concentration gradient that draws volatile molecules out of the fabric and disperses them harmlessly. Expected biological response. Your olfactory receptors, which have been chronically desensitized by constant exposure to synthetic aromatics, will begin to regain their natural sensitivity. This reduces sensory adaptation, calms your autonomic nervous system, and lowers chronic systemic sensory fatigue. When you look in the mirror now, you can begin to see your body through a completely different biological lens. Your skin is not just a passive shield against the cold, it is an incredibly sensitive, living interface that is constantly tasting, feeling, and reacting to the molecular world you wrap it in. The clothes you wear are not just fashion, they are a continuous chemical environment that your cells must navigate every second of the day. By choosing to free your fabrics from persistent engineered synthetic molecules, you are actively choosing to give your cells a clean, quiet space to breathe, communicate, and thrive. You are stepping into the role of the conscious guardian of your body's cellular borders. Let that sink in for a moment. You now possess the deep biological understanding of how a simple scent can ripple through your tissues and alter your cellular harmony. And more importantly, you know exactly how to reclaim the purity of your body's internal environment. By aligning your daily choices with the elegant design of your skin and liver, you are supporting the profound, silent work your body does for you every single second. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep decoding the incredible biological world inside you. There are countless more hidden cellular dialogues happening within your tissues right now, waiting to be understood. And our journey into the magnificent, quiet mysteries of your daily biology has only just begun.